What's up guys, it's Maxwell back with another Clash of Clans video, and I'm sure you guys know that we currently have the Earthquake spell event. That means we've been having it for quite some time now with those events. They always divide the costs into 1/10 of the usual cost. So for me, on this account I still have the level 1 Earthquake spell. That means it costs 13 Dark Elixir at not 125 like it usually would. So that definitely makes for an awesome potential, because I don't really use Earthquake spells for farming, just because usually at 125 Elixir they of course cost 500 Elixir, which is a pretty heavy investment already. But since they are so cheap now, I thought, why not try out an army, throw them in there and have a bit of fun with that. So I did that today, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did it and how you can use this as well. So let's start off with the army composition. Actually, we can take a look at it right here. So as you can see, I have a Queen Walk, a Super Queen farming army, 5 healers. This is a Town Hall 9 account, of course. It's my Half-Blood Prince account. And I have this level 17 Queen on here now, so that's pretty solid already for Queen Walking or Queen Charging. Not always that easy if you go up against max bases, but against most bases it works pretty nice. So I have 50 archers, 12 giants, and 12 wall breakers, 4 wizards. I'm going to show you how I use all of those in a second. 4 earthquakes, obviously, I'm cooking those all on my own, just so that I don't depend on Clan Castle donations. And yeah, then I have 2 rage spells. 2 poison spells are important to me because enemy heroes and enemy Clan Castle troops can really pose a threat to your attack. And in the Clan Castle I'm requesting for whatever. In my replays you are going to see that I always have Clan Castle troops because my clan is donating troops to me all the time. But it doesn't really matter, you don't really need any Clan Castle troops. And I want to check out the costs of this army with you as well. So it's this one down here. Gonna pull it up. So 224,000 elixir, so even pretty cheap on elixir. And I most of the time don't even use all my wall breakers, so that makes it even cheaper. And only 177 dark elixir, guys. That's very cheap. So definitely a strategy that is worth for dark elixir farming. Let's check out a couple of replays. Actually, we are gonna go right to my attack log just so that you guys can see all my raids. We are gonna start things off. I have a couple I want to show you. I don't want to show that one because that one did not go so well. I'm gonna show you obviously the better raids that I have, because you probably want to learn from good examples. I definitely screwed up a couple of raids today as well. Haven't been queen charging in a long time actually, and this queen is still relatively low level to what I am used to. Of course, my queen on my other account, my Town Hall 11 account, is level 45, so that's definitely different to walk or charge with a level 17 queen. Anyways, we're going to take a look at this one where I actually attacked a 10.5 right here. So no Inferno Towers on this base yet, and you can see that my goal is to charge my queen right into the middle of the base. I've already dropped my earthquakes, and what is so awesome about earthquakes is, this time you can see I had hawks in my clan castle. What is so awesome about earthquakes is that they open up the base for such a long time, and the queen charge takes very long compared to other attacks, like if you're attacking with giants and wizards in farming, or with Valkyries in war. Those are very quick attacks, so you don't really need earthquakes for that. You can use a jump spell, and it's almost always better because it's only half the spell capacity. But if you do a queen charge, an earthquake or 4 earthquake spells can definitely pay off. So in this case, I was able to eliminate enough point defense and the level 40 queen that was in my way right there. I only have 1 level 4 expo on me, and the queen can tank that, so I'm able to take out the town hall right here. We're going to speed through this a little bit, and then the dark elixir storage as well. And I actually also got the clan castle after that, so it was a pretty awesome raid with a pretty big dark elixir steal. On this account at the moment I mainly need dark elixir because I'm okay with my gold upgrades compared to my army strength, so the defensive upgrades are looking pretty good, and I don't need the elixir anymore, so I'm mainly focusing on dark elixir. But this strategy can definitely also be used to farm some nice big loot other resources. But I actually gotta say, I did not find too many awesome raids today, so I actually have a couple of raids in here where I only dropped trophies, so I cannot show you my entire attack log unfortunately, but you can see this one below right here that we did not look at. Let me click that away actually, sorry guys. That was not that awesome as far as loot goes. This one here was decent. We are going to check that one out as well. We are going to take a quick look at 4 raids today, guys, just so you can get an indication on how I'm using this army. I actually hit this base from the bottom, so this is sort of an 8.5 here, so definitely a much softer base. just because the point defense is lower level, but this guy actually looks like he upgraded his X-Bows to level 3 already, so those are looking beefy towards the Dark Elixir storage in the Town Hall, which I obviously want to get. There come the Clan Castle troops, and this is why you need the 2 poison spells, guys. They are really valuable. I decided to use 1 poison spell right here and 1 rage spell. That's gonna keep the Queen alive even against the level 4 or I think level 5 dragon. This was a level 5 dragon, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna save the 2nd poison spell for the enemy heroes in this case, because it's always very useful to slow down their damage as well. So that was my thought process right here. At this point, you can see I dropped the queen right at the very bottom because this base is symmetrical. I'm not really giving myself a headache on where I exactly place the queen, which way she's supposed to walk. In this case, you can just drop her in the middle and see which direction she goes. And the direction that she goes, I'm gonna drop the rest of the troops in front of her then. So in this case, she's gonna walk right. And I'm gonna drop my giants, my wizards, my king, and my clan castle troops in front of her just to make her go straight towards the middle, to make her charge towards the core. I had Valkyries in my clan castle this time, which is of course very nice. Yeah, so as I said, just to push the queen back towards the core and towards the Dark Elixir. That's mainly what I'm using my giants and archers and wizards for. Those troops, by the way, are very variable. You can use minions as well. You can use more archers and no wizards if you want to save a bit elixir. You can also use a couple more giants. I've used up to 16 giants with this army, but I think that 12 is pretty solid. You're going to see in later examples of raids that I'm also sometimes using solitary giants to snipe off certain buildings if I have a base where I need to make the queen walk a certain way. We're going to take a look at that in a second as well. And as you can see in this case, once again I was able to grab the Dark Elixir storage. As I said, not the biggest amount of loot in this base, but it's mainly about showing you guys how to use earthquakes successfully and how to use them sensefully, because a lot of the times in clan wars against, like for example in our mini clan right here, Pleitegaia, against weaker opponents, I see earthquakes with mass Valkyrie attacks or earthquakes with Gohawk attacks, and that does not really make any sense, except you're a Town Hall 8 maybe and you need to break open a base, you don't have a jump spell. But yeah, it makes sense for queen charge, so this is a good practice for war as well, guys. So if you're looking to improve your war skills, and let me see which, yeah, we saw that one, so we're going to check out this one as well, because that was pretty good. And you probably already saw I had a pretty big raid at the top right there. So this base, a couple of you may be scared of this base because it looks sort of tough to funnel, and it is, to be honest. If you have a usual giant army or something like that, this base is not easy to attack because it's specifically built against that, against giant armies and stuff like that. But with the super queen charge and with earthquakes, it's actually relatively easy. So once again, this base is symmetrical as well. So that's why I once again dropped the queen right in the middle and just waited to see which way she would go. So in this case, she moved left. So that means that I'm going to drop all my troops in front of her on the left once again. However, right here it is important to break in the queen with some wall breakers. I'm going to do that every moment now. Hopefully miss the wizard tower. Yeah, there with the wizard tower goes. You can see it is shooting the queen, so I'm good to go with my wall breakers, dropping 3 wall breakers, cracking the wall open. That's important because if I had not done that, let's pause the replay real quick. The queen would walk all the way around, target this, shoot down the wizard tower and move her way around towards the giants, and then this air defense would be able to shoot down my healers. But by breaking the wall right there, the queen is going to step in and she's going to take out that air defense before it can do severe damage to me. So in this case I had balloons in the clan castle, so you can see you can also use balloons. By the way, there go the earthquakes again, allowing the queen a path straight towards the middle. The balloons have just been helping out my archers and wizards to take out that wizard tower, I think that stood there, and the mortar or something, just to take out some splash damage. The queen's healers are now taking a couple of shots by that air defense. Clan Castle Wizards have come out, and this is once again where the poison spell is so valuable. By taking out all those wizards, I'm not going to have to worry about that too much with my queen. The queen is now taking quite some damage, so I'm going to use another rage spell on her very soon. There it goes. I always recommend using a rage spell first, and then, as you can see, sometimes you even need the ability on top of that, like in this case, to save her. But I was able to do it, and now only 2 point defenses on her. She can tank that, so it's all good now. And I still have another rage spell in the back as well if I need it. But my goal really is to get the Dark Elixir, and I think that's probably going to be the same for most of you Town Hall 9s out there. It's about getting Dark Elixir to max out your heroes, because that usually takes the longest at Town Hall 9. For Town Hall 10, this strategy can of course also work with the Earthquake spells, although it's sometimes a little bit tough to charge against Inferno Towers, but if you have enough skill, you can definitely do that as well, although that's a little bit of a pain sometimes, and I don't really like doing it. I used to do it actually quite a lot when I was at Town Hall 10 on my main account, but now I don't like doing it. I'm farming so much right now that I really want to farm with strategies that are a little bit brain AFK, so that for me that means I don't have to think too much about it. I just can pretty much face roll my troops onto the base, do what I do all the time, and just get awesome loot. So in this case, once again, 2,500 Dark Elixir, which is nice. Of course, I'm getting the league bonus all the time because I'm winning every attack, so that's good as well. And then, as I said, I struggled with loot today, but oops, no, I don't want to share that. This last one right here that I just recorded, or that I just did, actually was pretty awesome. So you can see this is actually the old Jake base. So shout out to Jake from OneHive. Always been an awesome content creator, and I loved his videos. But yeah, so this one is sort of tough to funnel unless you have a queen walk, because then it's relatively doable again. Once again, symmetrical base, starting off in the middle, gonna see which way the queen is gonna walk, and I was certainly very happy to find a nice and big raid for the end of this video, guys, and also towards the end of my day. Sort of made me smile in the end, because as I said, I was struggling for loot so much. I searched for I think around about 2 to 2.5 hours today, 1 hour on boost actually, and yeah, the best bases I could find. You pretty much saw the best bases I could find. On top of those that you saw, I think I only had a couple more raids over 3,000 Dark Elixir, and I probably had about, I want to say 15 raids maybe today, so yeah, definitely been a bit of a struggle, but this one was very sweet. So in this case, I was sort of debating on what to do, because of course I want to get this Dark Elixir drill on the right here. I'm definitely going to get the left one since the queen is going to move that way, but I also need to funnel the queen towards the core to get that Dark Elixir storage. So in this case, I was anticipating where the queen would probably step towards the middle. Once again, balloons in the clan castle, they're going to help out to take out a couple of defenses. And then I just used a few giants over here, a few archers and a few wizards to just snipe off those buildings. And then I used the rest of my troops on the right side. So as you can see, the king and those archers are going to get that other Dark Elixir drill for me, so that's out of the way. They are also going to smack the enemy queen in the face, but that does not interest us right now. I can pick off a couple more, could pick off a couple more drills right there, that was nice. And then the queen has already made her way towards the core, so now it looks easy again, and really guys, it is relatively easy. If you have done it a few times, you will find it easy to make the queen go where you want her to go in most cases. I don't want to say I can always do it. Sometimes, of course, there's a lack of concentration or something random just happens, and I can also fail to make the queen walk the right way. It can definitely happen, but in most cases, if you are practiced with it just a little bit, it works out pretty nicely, and it's pretty fun as well, because situations like this where you still have her ability, you just sort of feel immortal. The base cannot not do anything to you. If you can keep the healers away from the air defenses, you can absolutely Rambo charge in the middle of the base and feel like a boss, because nothing can kill your queen and you can take their entire loot. Of course, this guy hasn't been online in a while, so he probably doesn't care, but in any case, it's pretty awesome to make these long queen charges, and from time to time I really enjoy doing it. I don't always spam Lalunian or just Balloonian as you are used to from me. Sometimes it's also pretty cool to do a queen charge. In this case, awesome loot, over 5k Dark Elixir. That's definitely going to help me get my heroes closer towards level 30-30, which is of course the end goal for this account as well. Gonna max this one out at Town Hall 9 and probably keep it there. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Use Earthquake spells. Earthquake spells are awesome. They are really rocking right now. Can only recommend using Earthquake spells. There we go. That's how I want to end the video. Pretty cool event. I've been taking a look at a couple events before, thought about making videos about it, but to be honest, I didn't want to make stupid videos about jump spell events or something, because, yeah, that's just, you use a jump spell when you need it. But I usually don't use Earthquake spells for farming, but now with this event, it makes sense to me, and it's pretty fun, so I definitely recommend you guys try it out. The Earthquake spell event is awesome, it's pretty fun. I definitely had some fun today. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and until the next one, I will see you all later. Peace out.